Hey guys, this is Jorge Jalapeno coming to you live. This is the long version of how to pick a contractor in Dallas, Texas, and that's a big subject. That's a long subject. I can go hours, but it won't be too long. But if you're interested, keep listening. Subscribe, like to our videos. Check out our website, onpointdfw.com. All right, let's get to the stuff. Okay, a little bit of history. I've been doing contracting for a while, probably about 20 years. And one thing we've learned is there are a lot of bad contractors out there, and that's unfortunate. They're dishonest. They don't come back when they mess up or make a mistake. You never hear from them again, and that has put a bad reputation when you hear the word contractor. And we have the word contractor in our business name, and I thought about that for a while because contractor usually has a bad connotation to it. But On Point Contractors, we came up with it. So I'm walking here for health, if you're just wondering. And so how to pick a contractor. Like I said, I've been contracting for a while. So we basically do fencing, sod, and sprinklers. And even if it's a home contractor, I think a lot of people think about home contracting when you hear the word contractor, which is fine. But we don't do home renovations or anything like that. But what I'm talking about goes for any contractor. Basically, anybody you hire that's going to come to your home and do something. You pay them, and they do a job for you. Usually requires physical labor, something like that. For instance, I consider a lawn company a contractor. They're contracted out to do your lawn, all year long. Spring cutting, all that stuff, lawn, fall, all that. And you have a contract with them. So this is for any contractor, anybody that's going to come do work on your lawn. And number one, how to pick a contractor. This may seem very obvious, but you won't believe how many customers I talked to that didn't vet the person that's coming to their home to do work. Whether this is a conversation through friends, customers, relatives, all got the same story. All hired this contractor, and he said he was gonna do the drywall and this and that. They disappeared with your deposit. They disappeared with the deposit. Never came back, finished the job. Finished the job, did a horrible job, started falling apart. Things like that. Finished starting the fence. They're doing an 8-foot fence, and they're only putting 2 feet deep holes. Now the fence is whole leaning, and it's made out of very poor materials. Not very well done. Everything's falling apart. Same old story you hear, just horror stories. Plumbing, leaks are coming down. They just installed a bathroom. There's leaks coming out of the wall, and the contractor is nowhere to be found. Nowhere. They don't come back. They don't care. Just another victim, or they just, like I said earlier, take your deposit. So, my plea to you guys, and I tell even customers, even if you don't pick us, do your research on the contractors, because they will take your money. They will, not do a great job, and you'll never hear from them again because they don't have a website, they don't have insurance, they don't have real employees. They're just gonna do the job and take off. So that's one thing to look out for. And that's one of the first things is do your research on the contractor. Make sure you vet them. So, and that seems like really common sense, but I'm telling you, it's a big problem. So number one, look at their Google reviews. Look at their Google reviews. Make sure they have good reviews, good reputation. Even if you're recommended somebody, that's great. Recommendations are great, but even if somebody recommends you, do your research. And I know sometimes that person doesn't have a website. They don't have a lot, but they have a great reputation. I know a guy like that. He did my bathroom. But I knew his work for a long time, so I did trust him. But there are people like that. Don't get me wrong. There are people that do lawns, that do side hustles, that are really great. That's how people build their companies. But most of the time, if you got your lawn guy doing your sod, a lot of times it's not going to come out well. If you got your lawn guy doing your fence, it's not going to come out well. If you got him doing your sheetrock and your trees, a tree might fall on your house. So my recommendation is to go with a company that has great reputation, or that has, if they don't have a reputation online, maybe great reputation with your friends and family, like this tile guy I hired. Great reputation with a lot of people. So, drop my earpiece. Ugh. Oh, sorry about that. I'm gonna upload this straight to YouTube without editing. So we've gone over the first one is basically check their reputation, their online reputation. Number two, make sure they're insured. That's very important, especially on your property. Somebody's doing work on your property, you could be liable for something happening if they don't have insurance. One thing we do sometimes at customer request, we put their address on our certificate of insurance. That's not a problem. Number three, if they're digging in your lawn, make sure they call 811. 811 Dig is a free service throughout the United States, especially in Texas. They mark utility lines, and that's to make sure we don't blow anything up with the gas line. We don't hit a gas line. We don't have electrical lines or cable lines. Number four, I would say look at their social media. Check out their social media comments. Look at their work, their postings. Look at their Instagram, Twitter, or X. I already said Instagram. All that. Look at the social media. And then number five, look at their quotes. So quotes are important. So quotes, look at the details in the quotes. Do they have graphics, examples, links to their work? Are they putting down exactly what they're going to do, the whole process, installation process? Look at that. We do that. When you get a quote from us, we list everything down in steps, and we have project maps on there with drawings showing you exactly what we're going to do. That's important. So check out their quotes, look at their warranties, look at their process. Like for instance, we have a process for each project. We have a dedicated project manager. Also look for that. I would say number five, whatever number I'm on. Sorry, I'm walking, exercising. Look to see if they have a project manager. If they have a project manager, that's a great sign. Not a guarantee that's going to be awesome. Nothing's a guarantee, but it's a great sign that our project manager is in charge of the whole project. and from A to Z. So he's going to let you know when our guys are coming, when 811's coming. If you have any questions, he's there to help you. Things like that. So look for a project manager. What else? Just look at how they communicate with you when they're doing the estimate. And this is just basic observations and knowledge. Again, some people don't fall in this category, even though they're still great. But red flags, I would say, I've seen people, show up smelling like alcohol. They're shifty-eyed. They don't look very healthy. They're ragged. Clothes are very ragged. Don't get me wrong. There's guys that are working hard, and they're gonna look, a little bit dirty because they're actually working. They're contractors, and they're going, they don't have a sales staff and things like that. Don't get me wrong. On those guys, then you may give them a pass. But on average, if a sales guy shows up and he's not looking great, he smells like alcohol, seems like he's not telling the truth, just trying to sell you something, that's not a good thing. So that's about it for now. I'll have more later. And go to our website, onpointdfw.com. Give me a call. We'll talk more.